Some of these people can actually hear the scream of the pigs. Imagine living next to that. There might be some sick people who want to live next to that. The scream of pigs give them pleasure. Every so often, it almost sounds like sometimes it's an alarm of some kind, a whine, a horn. It's like a mix of pig screams and horns, like mechanical horns that go off, or some kind of a drill or something. It's a mix of pig screams and all of that. It can be kind of hard to tell, and maybe that's what the locals who live around here can assure themselves of, that it's not always a pig scream. I asked one employee who handed books to an old lady waiting in this area, because you got to ring a doorbell still. I asked when the library opens, and she don't even know. She's like, gotta go get the answer.
Your walking sticks.
Yeah, I put on a lot of miles today.
So it has not been officially announced.
Okay.
But we're looking at June 7th.
June 7th, okay,
So
next month, early, okay.
And then right now we're doing the appointment times.
Yeah, this whole time since COVID started, you shut down and been doing this, right? You never tried to open up in between.
We did open back up for a short period of time.
Oh, you did?
Everything goes to our director. That she decides.
And then something happened or you shut down again.
Correct.
COVID scare again.
And then the roof leak. And then
Is also maintenance, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, every single nonfiction book was off the shelf and lined in halls, tables, everywhere we could put a book.
Wow.
So it was bad.
Yeah,
So we just finally got those. All of those are back on the shelves.
Okay.
So,
okay. All right. June 7th.
Yep. Did you want to make an appointment?
No. I just wanted to like sit. I want to be sitting outside your building.
Oh. Okay.
So I was looking for a chair, but that's fine.
You can.
Well, no, I'll sit outside. I found a spot. I was just curious about
the bench. There's 2 benches, and I understand where you're coming from. And but if you needed
the appointment stuff. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So
okay.
our director could for sure let you know for sure if you want. She's gone for lunch right now.
Gone for lunch. Okay.
Yeah, that's our tentative date. June 7th.
Yeah. All right. That's fine. Okay. Just curious.
Thank you. Yep. Take care.
All right. I get the impression a house used to be here near the soccer fields. They keep an old mailbox. Oh, we got an address. A new Temple Prime. And an empty lot with a pond. Have to check the old maps to see if there's anything. Seems likely. I don't know why I have a mailbox would be sitting here. It's pretty rare that stores leave open spaces like this between the buildings. Alright, I've been somewhat cautious but experimental, and the new plants that I'm not familiar with that I have tried have not caused any problems. I think I never tried this one. I don't know what this is something to experiment with. Or this one. I never tried this one either. And I was going to point out that I never tried this one, and I'm interested in the flower. So there's still more to experiment with that could be deadly. But those I have tried have not been causing any known problems, unnoticeable. Alright, so I've been finding prickly plants. I don't have an example at the moment. And forgot my gloves, so I had to go back to my car to get these gloves. I need to keep these gloves in this bag at all times. There's no telling when I go out and find prickly plants I could toss into my teapot. They are so painful to pick with bare hands, but so nutritious. So keeping a pair of good gloves is a real advantage for variety, at least, because I mean I could quickly come out here and just pick alfalfa. They're easy pickings out here, but I don't really want to fill my teapots up full of just alfalfa. I want more variety than that. Alfalfa tea isn't really the best tasting anyway. Grass tea tastes better. Like this prickly, you just can't grab it anywhere without getting pricked, so it's nice to have gloves to harvest this, because it offers some benefit for a tea. And looky, tail end for the slippery elm. I could probably take some of these seeds, toss them in the pots, and also I think I want to break a branch, take some of that bark too. It's a nice big slippery elm, nice healthy, big healthy slippery elm on the field edge. So I've come to the conclusion that it is important to separate the bark even from the inner bark, but there's still some gelatinous water-based like gel in the bark. So this would be for like rougher applications. This would be for more sensitive applications. There's still some value in it. You want to separate it, but there's still some value in the bark. But yeah, keeping the bark on is really, it's too much of a hassle. Alright, so I'm taking a little walk around Walmart for the exercise, but also exercise and exploration. Mostly exercise. So no farmer is successful growing plants next to Walmarts. Look at all this plastic and trash. You see plants are starting to sprout up around the plastic. Plastic all over, packaging, all in this guy's field, and he's actually growing crops. Maybe they've done research on that. The parking situation is very unique here for the semi trucks. They have lined the outskirts of the parking lot. You can see them way over there too. Not a single one has a trailer. Not a single one dares park in the center of the parking lot anywhere around. I've never seen them do that before. That's about 10 of them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, about 10. There is a sign that says no semis, no RVs. And this is their solution. When it says no semis, they park on the outskirts. Let's just take a quick peek at this house. I might have the vision of the park people. There's people mowing the lawn in a park nearby. But this is too curious. This house looks abandoned next to the park. The animals have tunneled, or maybe the ground has fallen. Oh, what do we got here? So they left their stuff. Old TV there? I don't know, just whatever. There's probably a good way in then. That's things have been broken down for a long time, over time. Yeah, this door looks like it's, yeah, it was locked at one time, and I'll just go in with one. Oh my God, the roof is falling in. Oh, the door is in such bad shape. See if I can push this. Well, it doesn't really matter because there's no way of getting in. Oh, there was a bathroom in here. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in there. They obviously took the electrical unit. So this is an abandoned little house, 2-story. Left some furniture behind, so it's possible the owner just dies and then it just gets left unused. There's still some locks that are. This one looks kind of new. Some good stuff in there. It's not going to show up. And they got a barn too, with the old style wood. Like maybe they had a bit of a hobby farm. Oh, they had have stuff on display. But none of this is being used. Wow. Oh, an old Iowa 72. Old car, roof falling down on it. Or is that a truck? Looks like it's from the 40s. Looks like something from the 40s. And they got neighbors. So I sat in this parking lot just to get this shot. Wow. Perfect timing of the sun and rain. So that's it. And it ends on either side somewhere. Full rainbow. It's been kind of on and off for rain all day. They're doing some real work over there. I think it's a recycling plant. I wish I could zoom in better. This looks like a Frank Lloyd Wright design. Yep, I got guest password.
Okay, right here.
Oh, all right. When's it change next?
I'm not sure.
Right, over there across the river was the museum I was at. Very nice free museum, lots of information about pioneering that I never knew about before, so I really appreciate it, but I don't appreciate it enough to pay him any money. Unfortunate. But then now I'm going back to my car. It's pretty nice that they got a cross underneath the bridge. A little wet, I see. It's kind of, it's almost standard to have wet spots underneath the crossing of bridges. I didn't really get a chance to record. There he is. He's on the sidewalk. But it's not going to show. It's too far away. Owner came out pretty quickly, but dog's leash extended past the sidewalk, and he was barking at me, so I paused, went for the camera. It was on photo, so I had to fiddle with that. There's a mess. It's like a retriever that's acting like a guard dog. So I trained a Labrador retriever to act like a guard dog. What a neat house. Yeah, they put some money into this little alcove or whatever overlook of the entrance. It's just a regular house. Can you see the bunnies? Trying to be all sneaky, laying low in the grass. I gotta approach them. Oh! So when I shaped the side over here to lean this against so it's straight, I used blankets and just pile them up as needed. I don't want a big wall overlooking it. I want it to be more of a hill. It makes me nervous that the wall could crash down. They got some real rules here at this dog park. Whoa, I'm about to get sprayed. I'm getting sprayed. Wow. So bring your dog over here now. Let it run through the sprinklers. Tell you what, it's the little things in life that I appreciate. Being able to sit on a seat and put my shoes on rather than inside my car, because it is such a struggle every time to put my shoes on inside my car. I'm kicking the steering wheel and the pedals and the sides and my own seat, and it's just such a struggle. I'm kicking the steering wheel, the driving pedals, the door, the seat, the middle console, all of that just to get my shoes on. The legacy of a 6-year-old girl. Shayla B. Fund Angels, nonprofit helping child with medical crisis. Facebook. All right. Schizocephala, some kind of brain thing, I think. All right. I'm sure it's the same on. Nope, it's different. General fund. Okay, parked in front of this building. I suppose. So this building is interesting, to say the least. They invited me. I mean, they invited the public. Man, you can get shocked. That might be live. They invited the public in for like the exercise room, but that's locked. So I'll check everywhere else out. School lockers. This probably doesn't have a light switch that works. What the heck? Oh, it does. Okay. Toilet paper down the hall. There's somebody else. Somebody else inside. He sounded like he had a radio. Small storage space. At the very top. Can't see. Wow, it smells like there's moisture. You can't really see. There's probably a light. Alright, I found it. It's got kind of almost a mildewy smell. Not too bad. Stage loft. On the stage. Dear whomever reads this, I hope you are a thespian. If so, continue reading. Please make up a silly made-up name below and leave a note. Please, nothing gross. We're thespians, not pervs. I got some archery. They shoot from here into these targets. And also they shoot lifelike animals. Very lifelike animals. Oh, turkey and whatever. The reason I looked around in this building is because of this sign. Exercise room, public available, public welcome, and it has a flashy open. So I wanted to check that out and decided to look around everywhere else. It's pretty neat. I'm thinking I'll come up to Heinze and stay the night in the parking lot. But I also have Fairway right across the street. They got two grocery stores across the street from each other in this town. I guess I would prefer Heinze because they have a tendency to provide Wi-Fi. I've checked a Fairway, I recall, and Fairway did not have Wi-Fi. This thing really is fascinating. It's got these... It looks like it's got a weak structure. But that was observation in passing. The reason I started recording was because buzzards, I think, are living on top of the feed mill. I suspect, at least. A little bit closer. One was outstretching its wings. What a disappointment. It stopped. Wow, I take a little break here. I find this kind of amusing. It's a stretch, but it's amusing to me, at least. Calvary Chapel, New Life. But you look at this. Imagine if they kept the outline, the words. You can see the outline. It says funeral, New Life funeral. But it's not easy to see. You know, there ain't nothing scary about this city. I haven't seen anywhere I don't like yet. It's all pretty nice. This likely has to be that famous house in the city. Kind of neat. Alright, at the Spencer Hospital, and a little garden they put out here with the water plugged into the electricity, so we have some waterfalls. And I find this interesting. I just wanted to record it a little bit. What it can't do. What is going on? Something wrong with the chicken meats, and I see this chicken truck that went by. He did stop at the stoplight to tease me a little bit about trying to get up close, but I knew I wasn't close enough. There's like 2 feet by 4 feet cage, and they like put 10 chickens in each. They just don't move. Since grass seems to satisfy my taste for meat, I'm thinking that springtime, summertime, or just times where I could just easily pick grass, cook it, get that tangy taste, and be satisfied. But in the winter time, now that we're talking a lack of fresh grass, might pick up the taste for meat. First of all, let me say it's extremely busy on the road at the library. Now I got this dog. The lake's just down this road. I saw on the map this road. There's a road, so I wanted to take this because it looks much less busy. And then you got people parking on the sidewalk. There's a lot of people walking around. In between these houses, there's a public access to the lake. Just down from the library. And there was no parking regulation at the library. Oh, okay. So we can go down further. Public access is right onto the dock, but there's a no trespassing for this house. But you can go on to the dock, I guess. Looks pretty cool. Somebody's got a chimney right on the outside of their house next to this access. You know, there is a boat. There is a boat on this public access. But, you know, this could be private. I don't know. Alright. So I don't see any no people signs, no trespassing. So that means just remember to distance. lounging, fish cleaning. So they're free to, they've built up a lot on that beach, Fillenworth Beach. They even have a little step ladder that went into the water. But I did see a sign that said it's private as I was leaving, though. Just wrapping around this lake. This is so neat. Just one big box. Got a little thatched hut. I don't know if they're repurposing it or what. Got some TikTok girls. There looks to be affluence. You can read a little bit of history out here about the area. They do talk about that massacre as a big news story. Alright, so I don't think I really got much of the amusement park, but it's kids stuff anyway. Alright, so here's a good indication that these docks are 2 docks. Okay, see, it looks, yeah, it does look private, and just like the other docks, they are publicly accessible. But this is the first warning I saw. What's in here? Don't want to touch the spider web. And I guess, yeah, somebody owns all this. They were making a dock, and I don't know, those boards could be the old boards or something. They welded the stairs, cement. You got cement stairs, welded stairs, and then lumber dock. Right, these boards are bendy. They bend pretty good. What was this building? Looks like an old house or something. Such clear water too. Alright, but yeah, when I walk on these, I can really feel the bend. So it is definitely use at your own risk. It's giving, because they really maximize the length. Now there's not enough support on these boards. And there's fish. There's like good sized fish just waiting to be waiting to be caught. You can see a bunch of fish. Another warning. They're just openly inviting O'Neill 36. But I think that nobody really comes back here of questionable character. So they just kind of opened it. And the access, I mean, is walking. Are they cool with people fishing off the docks? Yeah, it looks like it. And there's actually fish. Such an affluent looking area though. It's pretty neat. They actually have a nice sidewalk on the shore. Yeah, all these docks have warnings about being private, use at your own risk, like it's a welcome sign for the public. Yeah, it's very nice to look at. Sidewalk's still going. It can't possibly wrap around the whole lake. Wow. Such a well financed vacation area. Alright, I've reached the end of the sidewalk. It turns to a more gritty sidewalk that's slightly more narrow. And now I'm going into somebody's yard. Private property, please do not trespass. Well, oh, no, it goes to these little circle things for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how the right-of-way works. The sidewalk was obvious, but not this now. You gotta walk through the people's yard a little bit more. Well, I gotta trespass to get to the road. That's probably why they get people coming as far as I do, and then they see them walking through their luscious, precious grass. I gotta get back though, and I don't want to go the same way. Alright, I'm gonna explore a little further down. I'm not that far away from my car that I can't make it back. 3 water bottles still undrinking, so I'm good. And so I guess I go on a narrow road, lose the sidewalk on a narrow road. This is so neat. I can't help but to record this. They got a garage with a balcony. Can that be seen? It has a balcony, like it's a bedroom above the garage. Possibly for this house. It's as big as the house. Next to the lake, of course. They got chain to serve as their barrier. People use golf carts to get around a lot. I think this is my first copper mailbox I've ever seen. Man, they love copper. It's all around their rain gutter system too. That's not cheap. Alright, approaching an Abbey Gardner historic site. This house looks abandoned. Yeah, it looks pretty abandoned. Alright, several signs here. Abbey Gardner Historical Site Parking, I guess, is this lot. Pillsbury Point. I don't see any old looking places. Site parking up ahead that way. No overnight parking, of course. I bet they're really on top of that around here. Wow, what a tower. It's just a monument. And then the teepee structure. This is one of the tallest monuments I've seen, and it's near impossible to actually see with the trees. Okay, this is probably it. Open bathrooms might be closed. Okay, this is the site of the massacre. You get a feel for it. I guess maybe the Indians ransacked this cabin, and oh my god, look at this. They didn't use cement. They actually packed it with mud, just like what the pioneers actually did. I really appreciate that, because it looks so unnatural with the cement. Mud gives it a more realistic, I mean, the wood is old. Mud gives it a more realistic appearance. This very well could be the original structure from 1857. Oh, they actually had to use wires to hold pieces together. I mean, it looks so old, and that doesn't look right. But if they used new wood, then people would be saying that it's not the original. I mean, the original, I appreciate the original, but it's so old now. You know, it didn't look like that in the 1850s. 25th General Assembly, 1894. Wow. 6 persons underneath this pile. They got a fresh shark. You don't? Or you do?
No, I do.
Oh, can I take a look inside?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks kind of interesting. The inner workings of a old pinball machine.
Yep.
So what's the problem? Can you fix it? Is it fixable?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. It looks complicated to me.
No, not too bad.
Over my head. You're the director or the curator?
I bring the lunch.
You supervise and bring the lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm his supervisor.
North Star?
Yep, made in '64.
Oh, you know the year. Okay. Wow, cool.
Hey, can I have somebody just double check something on the Pirates for me quick?
Sure, Simon or Faith, you guys over there?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, what is that thing? Part of the Spirit Lake thing in the, I don't know, maybe 20s. And then also they were playing on barrels as a part of the swimming area.